What's that?
Written down?
Maybe. What should I do?
I'll go check.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's good to be together, very good to be together with the sixth grade that are lined up in the second row here, and their family and friends and everybody all together. The sixth grade will be helping to lead a substantial part of the service this evening. That means a lot of coming up and going down and so forth, but it's wonderful because the sixth grade is leading off this year. Once a month, we have a different grade that helps lead the family Shabbat service. And so the sixth graders are setting a wonderful example. Hine Matov, the line from the Psalms, expresses exactly what we're feeling, how good it is to be together. I just saw Hannah Jacobowitz, who had been in Israel and Europe. Welcome. Welcome. That's very exciting. Shabbat Shalom. Would you like to give the sermon tonight about your experience?
It's so good to see you. Would you like to say
Yes. You have a lot to talk about, too. As I was saying, Hine Matov is our gathering song, And so we invite the sixth graders to come up and lead Hine Matov, and everybody to join in.
Page 10. Come on up for
What a great way to begin our Shabbat service. Stay right where you are, as the sixth grade will help us lead us in the blessing for the Shabbat candles, page 2. Join with Rin now in our call to worship, the Baruch, page 28. Please rise.
Adonai,
please be seated? I happen to see that sunset is now like at 4:28 p.m. and it doesn't get light out until later in the morning. We really sense the change of the seasons. The foliage is still beautiful, and that's really what the next prayer observes as well, very keenly about the cycle of the seasons and light and dark. So let's read in English together on page 31. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Your wisdom sets the way on
Which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise you, Adonai, whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv haravi. And from the world around us to the world of the Spirit within us, Ahavat Olam, page 32, eternal love. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, hukim u'mishpatim, otanu limata. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, v'sholchvenu uvkumenu, naseach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei toratecha, u'mitzvotecha leolam va'ed. Ki hem hayenu, ve'orech yamenu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. ועבדך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו Yisrael. We call forward Jacob, not the character in this week's Torah portion, the character right here. Jacob to lead us now in the Shema and the V'ahavta. Page 34. Did you know that this past Tuesday, almost 300,000 people gathered at the National Mall for a march for Israel and a march against anti-Semitism? It was a powerful expression of our community coming together and the necessity of marching, because the journey can be difficult, is the theme of a contemporary reading that you can find on page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Our ancestors marched from slavery to freedom and sang the words of the Mi Chamocha, which we do as well even yet today on page 40, and Elliot helps lead us. Page 42. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shamrenu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shamrenu lechaim. Ushmat zetenu Shalom, etal be'Adonai. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shamrenu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'amidenu shamrenu.
Dem
We know that Vishamru is a very spirited song. We know that the 6th grade is a spirited class. So let's see what happens when the class provides the chorus for Vishamru. Page 44.
Shabbat, לעשות את השבת, בתור תמרית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, בתור תמרית עולם.
Amidah here. It's going to be Reina, right? So you guys can be seated. We're right smack in the middle of the stories of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, our patriarchs and our matriarchs. Little did they know that we would still be mentioning their names in the next prayer, these thousands of years later, because we connect our faith with the faith of our ancestors. All of us have our own journey, our own search going forward, but we build that on the foundation that began with Abraham and Sarah, the next generation, and each successive generation. For the Tefillah prayer, the Amidah prayer, page 46, please rise.
Adonai Sefat Haitita Ufia Gita Hilateha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Rukata Adonai Eloheinu Eloheinu Avotenu V'Emotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rahel Elohei Leah El Hagadol Hagivor Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim Vekonei HaKol Zoher
Chassidei Avot V'Imaot
ומהי גאולה לבני
Le'en Le'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Hazer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mehayeh HaKol HaTarav LaRoshia Ma'ishu HaRuha U'Mirugashem Mehayeh Hayim Behesed Mehayeh HaKol Rabbi Zomen Oflim Ve'Ofei Olim Umatir Asurim Umkayem Emunato Lishanei Afar Michamocha B'Gevurot Umidom Elach Melech Miknit Umakayem Umatzia Yeshua
ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל.
Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh Hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kedoshim b'hoyam Yahalelu Selah. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. Let's read together on the top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. This section of prayer concludes with the Shalom Rav, the prayer of peace, on page 60. And we ask the class to gather around Reina to lead Shalom Rav.
Shalom
There's just a beautiful quality to the singing of our prayers tonight. At least I feel that way. And it's bringing me, speaking personally, a sense of peace and healing just by hearing the voices in the sanctuary. And I hope that that is also your sense as well as we now think about those of our loved ones in need of healing, be this a healing of body or healing of soul. And as I explained to the sixth grade at our dinner before the service, since October 7th, we have been adding the names of some of the family members and friends of congregants who are currently serving in the IDF, in the Israel Defense Forces, including, at least in one case, two of Avi's uncles. And so for this Misha Barak prayer of healing and well-being, we name Jesse, Zachariah, Itai, Ophir, Sharon, Ben, Sapir, and Justin. And for the last several weeks, as I also explained to the sixth grade, we have been naming 18 of the 240 hostages that are being held in Gaza, along with their ages. And so this is the third week that we are naming these captives and extending our Misha Barak prayer to them. Tal Bat Chen, 9 years old. Romi Bat Merav, age unknown. Shani Goren, age 29. Maya Bat Keren, 56. Daniela Gilboa, age 19. Daphna Garkovich, age 47. Carmel Gat, age 39. Yarden Roman, age 36. Itzik Dahan, 48. Evyatar Ben Yasmin, age 23. Guy Gilboa Ben Merav, age 22. Alex Ben Oksana, 75. Eitan Horn, age 37. Yair Horn, age 45. Ditsa Helman, age 84. Inbar Bat Yifrat, age 27. Shoshan Haran, age 67. And Omer Ben Neav, age 22. Misha Berach Avotenu v'Imotenu hu yishlach bimheira rifua shlema rifuat nefesh v'rifuat haguf v'nomar Amen. There's a very important expression in our tradition called Shalom Bayit. Everybody knows what shalom means. Bayit means, on one level, a house, just a regular house. But bayit can also mean, depending on the context in the Tanakh, family as well. And it can even mean something broader. It can refer to an entire clan or even a dynasty. When we say Beit David, the house of David in colloquial English, we're referring to David, not just his family, but the succession of kings that came from his line. When we say Beit Yaakov, we are referring to Jacob's family on one level, but even further, we're talking about the extended family of the Jacob clan. And when we say Beit Yisrael, we're referring to the whole house of Israel. And unfortunately, there is no shalom bayit in Jacob's family in the early part of his life. That's what this week's Torah portion is about. There's a couple of negatives here, I would have to say. Are parents supposed to play favorites with their children? No way. It happens in this week's Torah portion. The Torah tells us that explicitly. Are siblings supposed to get along? Yes, they are. Especially twin brothers. Do they get along in this week's Torah portion? No, they do not. Not at all. And there's the opposite of shalom bayit that happens, estrangement. We know these things happen in our families and in the community and the community of nations as well. But it doesn't mean that reconciliation and a greater sense of shalom isn't possible. The Jacob story is a long and complicated one, and he will eventually reconcile with his brother Esau. Maybe not completely, but things will improve, but it will take 20 years for that to happen. Now, as we pause for a few moments of our own prayer, we do think about how we can bring a greater measure of shalom bayit to our immediate family, to our community, to our world. And after these thoughts, we'll be singing, the class will, a prayer of peace called Oseh Shalom. one of the best things to happen to the sixth grade this year is the opportunity to have student Cantor Joe Flaxman as their teacher, not just as the cantor of the congregation. And Joe will introduce the personal project that the sixth grade has been working on to present this evening.
Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah reading is Toledot, meaning generations. So sometimes the stars align just right because it's really great to be here tonight seeing so many generations under one roof. The Torah is full of names, and there are portions that seem like they're mostly just long lists of names. X begot Y, who begets Z, who begot on and on and on for generations. But in Judaism, the importance of a name cannot be overstated. Each unique person has their own unique name, and that name helps us see each other as individuals. Our Hebrew names often tell us more than we initially think. For example, when people call me Joe, I don't think about Joseph in the Torah. But when I'm called Yosef ben Yehuda, I think of how I'm linked to the biblical Joseph, as well as my grandpa Joe, whom I only know through stories told by the generations before me. Then I think about Yehuda, my dad's name meaning Judah, the lion, and what his parents might have thought when they named him. When we give a Hebrew name, some Jews look to the generations that have passed, while others give names for people who are living. Other people seek to make their own new path with a name that imbues their child or themselves with special significance. But what everyone does when naming a child or themselves is hope. Hope that this new name will bring new life and new meaning for generations to come. So, the sixth graders and I talked about the importance of a name, and then they each taught me about the meaning of their name. Tonight, they will share with all of us what they learned from talking with the people who know the most about these names, because they're the ones who did the naming, their parents. I'd like to call up Raina to start us off.
My Hebrew name is Ronit Zipporah. I am named after Ronnie, my aunt, and my great-great-grandmother Sophie. Ronnie was my father's sister. Her Hebrew name was Raina, which my mother and father chose for my first name. I was named after her because she was very important to my family, and I was born shortly after she died. She was a school social worker, and she helped many children and their families. My great-great-grandmother was named Sophie. She came to the United States from Romania in 1900 when she was 6 years old. According to my grandmother, she had a wonderful sense of humor and a beautiful singing voice. Ashkenazi Jews name children after dead family members. They do this to instill that positive attributes of dead family members into the life of the child and keep the memories of them alive.
Okay. Now Jacob could come up.
My Hebrew name is Yaakov Yehuda. I'm named after my mom's cousin Yaakovos. He is Greek and is a businessman for a Greek company that sells software to supermarkets all over the world. He is really fun and plays soccer and basketball like me. Though I don't get to see him often, I saw him in Greece this summer, and I hope to see him when I travel to England this spring. The name Jacob is also important to Israel because he was one of the patriarchs. Also, my middle name, Yehuda, comes from my grandfather. I call him Nono. He is Colombian and really good at math. Yehuda or Judah means Jew, and Judah was one of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Okay.
Nancy.
My Hebrew name is Migdal Rivka Bat Hanan Lila. I was named after my dad's grandma Madeline. Rivka/Rebecca, that name was from my mom's sister who died of cancer. My name means powerful pillar of strength. Lila is my mom's Hebrew name. Me and Anna. Rebecca was a midwife and wanted kids but couldn't, and my middle name was named after her to carry on her legacy. That's it.
And now Lynn.
I was named after my great Uncle Hi on my dad's side and my great grandma Anna also on my dad's side. I was named after them because they were very special people in my dad's life. In the Jewish tradition, we name our kids after special people who have passed. My Uncle Hi was a very upbeat and loving person. He was always there for my grandma and my dad and my aunts. My grandma Anna was always looking out for the family. She was very accepting and trustworthy. She had a big heart and always made people laugh. My Hebrew name is Hannah, making my English name Hannah. I don't use this name currently, but I will always respect the people I was named after.
And one more. Our very own Avi. Avi. Come on up.
Okay, so I talk about my name. Hello, my name is Avi Carlin. I don't have a Hebrew name, and I'll get to that in a moment. Anyway, I'm named after my great-grandpa Abrasha, a nickname for Abraham from the Torah, which Avi is another nickname for. And the reason I was named after my great-grandpa Abrasha is because he had the greatest of heart. On to my last name. Carlin Stalin is a Hasidic dynasty originating with Rabbi Aaron of Carlin, 18th century. Carlin was a Jewish neighborhood in Poland, nowadays in Belarus. And if you heard of that place, I don't know. But the Carlin Hasidim have their own prayer book. Most of the Carlins are Orthodox. We are proud to be the first Reform as Carlin family, as far as we know of, which could mean a couple things. My parents are both Israelis. Wait, actually, this is the part explaining why I don't have a Hebrew name. My parents are both Israelis, and they followed an Israeli tradition. And oh wait, my mom must have rewritten this in Hebrew. Hold on, Anyway, Israeli tradition, hag, not to give a kid an additional middle Hebrew name. So I'm just Avi Carlin. That's all. Nothing more. What are you waiting for? Goodbye.
Well, thank you to the sixth grade. We learned a lot, and everybody should be proud of their Hebrew name and the story that it tells. I actually had the opportunity to do 2 namings recently, but they were little children already because these were naming ceremonies that were delayed during the pandemic, and now the parents were doing that. I had done the weddings for both of these couples years before, and it was very special. 3 weeks ago, we had a child born in this congregation, and her baby naming is going to take place here on December 1st. And last week, Debbie and I joyfully welcomed a new grandchild, a granddaughter, and we're looking forward to her naming as well. So the naming goes on. The people of Israel go on, and it's very, very special. So thank you for that project. Thank you to Annette and to the teachers for making these types of personal projects that connect us with our tradition. So does the Aleinu when we open the ark. That connects us to our tradition as well. The Aleinu, the bottom of page 282. And we ask you to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גאולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים, ואלוהינו אין עוד, הם את מלכנו את זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהשבות את לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתינו, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
As we remain standing, our thoughts now turn to those of our loved ones no longer with us. On this Shabbat, the Shoshim, the 30-day period, we remember Peter Boimel, nephew of Fanny Fishman. And on this Shabbat, in love and reverence, the Yortzeit, the anniversary of the passing of Sadie Katz, mother of Hilda Salworth, grandmother of Kim Merlino, Morris Green, father of Jackie Green, and Ruth Katchin, mother of Muriel Reed. For all those close to our hearts, for all those for whom there may be no one to say Kaddish, we join in the Kaddish prayer on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach yiruteh lich malchuteh, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בעגלה זמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה דען בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיים וחיים עלינו כל ישראל אמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל אמרו amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. Before the conclusion of our service, I invite forward Michael Fishbein, the president of our congregation, for welcome and announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, sixth grade students, for your presentation, your singing, and I was very moved by the naming. You can meet me, I'm Mayaleza. I have no idea who I was named after. And I have no way of finding that out any longer. Thank you, student Cantor, Joe Flaxman, and what a tribute to your teaching. And you students are very lucky. Cantor Flaxman will be giving his senior recital at Hebrew Union College on Wednesday, November 29th at 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's not an evening service. The school is located at 1 West 4th Street in Manhattan, and everyone is invited to attend, especially those who are in Joe's East Siddur focus group. I think the recital is going to focus on the East Siddur. And student Cantor Iris Collins' senior recital will be on Wednesday, December 6th at 10:30 at HUC, same location. Again, everyone is invited to attend. Iris will be presenting the world premiere of the first Chazamut opera featuring Iris, and Joe. I get confused. It's entitled Yahudit, the Scroll of Judith, and it was written and composed by Iris Collin. Torah study meets tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to continue the discussion of the Rabbi's new book, Open Judaism. Religious school is in session this Sunday, and it includes the confirmation class, which meets with the Rabbi at 11 o'clock. Don't forget that on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, November 21st at 7 p.m., we'll be joining in the Leonia Community Thanksgiving service at All Saints Episcopal Church, located at 150 Park Avenue in Leonia. Now, the interfaith community supported the Vigil for Israel, which we held here, and we in turn should support this long-standing tradition of an interfaith Thanksgiving service in Leonia. It moves from congregation to congregation. We hosted it, was it last year? We hosted it last year. On next Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, we will be having Shabbat services. If you're around, this is a good place to come. I think they'll have turkey for the oneg, no? On Sunday, December 10th, from 2 to 4 p.m., we'll welcome the Hudson County Jazz Buskers, featuring our own Scott Dennis. The event is called Swinging Jazz for Hanukkah and will be followed by a wine and cheese reception. So that's something to really look forward to. And our great social action committee, led by Annette DeMarco, is coming to the end of its winter holidays food drive, and we're looking for things that relate to Thanksgiving, like canned cranberry sauce, canned yams, mashed potato mixes, etc. In addition, we're continuing to collect diapers, sizes 4, 5, and 6, and I was in the school today and saw quite a number of packages of diapers, so they are very much appreciated. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored by the parents of our amazing 6th grade students. And I thank Dylan for live streaming tonight's service. Shabbat Shalom and happy Thanksgiving. And good luck, Scott Avedon.
Very proud of the 6th graders who rose to the occasion in a beautiful way this evening. Now, if the oneg is as good as the potluck dinner was, we're in for a treat. But I do want to remind you, everybody's invited, but we will be doing the kiddush and the hamotzi before we partake of the oneg Shabbat this evening. We will conclude this service once more from our hearts with a prayer of peace. Od yavo shalom aleinu, may peace finally come to us. If you'd like to see the words to this simple but heartfelt song, it's on the bottom of page 353. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam, upon everyone. And it includes the Arabic word from the same root as shalom for peace, salam. 6th graders, one more time.
Shabbat Shalom.
Well done.